Hey, what's up, you guys? IFBB Pro for James here. There's a lot we're going to go through. I'm probably going to have to break this up into parts, so let's just jump right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about how to effectively do a bicep curl. As always, we want to know what's the function of the muscle so we know how to best train the muscle. Very simply, all the bicep wants to do, all you're looking for, elbow flexion, elbow extension. Can you think shortening the bicep, thinking slamming your forearm right in your bicep? Can you thinking to lengthen the bicep, taking away feeling the muscle open up? It also likes to pull back, but we'll get in that in a different video. I think the other thing you would also want to know is what we use all the time, understanding the moment arm, understanding where's the workout hardest, so we know, okay, this is where we really got to focus on. So if you're thinking of the moment arm for a bicep curl, it's going to be hardest in this position, which is why when you see people working out their biceps a lot, they do what I call cranking. They're at the bottom just cranking where the moment arm is really short, or they'll be at the top cranking where, again, short moment arm, you're not really putting any tension on the muscle. And they'll stretch as far as they can until they really start to feel it, especially if they're trying to bicep curl 60 pounds. And then they'll try and just pull it up. And they think, well, just because I'm holding this weight, I should be getting this results. And honestly, it's such a weird concept. I know for me, even when I first started, I had that same mindset where I would be lifting heavy. And I was like, okay, well, I can only get it this far. So let me just go as far as I can, until I saw someone twice my size and they wasn't lifting the same weight, but they were going their full range of motion. And I was like, I must obviously be doing something wrong. But we're just so caught up in weight and thinking, wow, just because I'm holding this weight, I should be getting the results. And that's why you don't get the results, or why over time you just hurt yourself. But this is why we're here. We're here to learn how we can effectively train the muscle. And understanding what your full range of motion is going to be very helpful. Again, in this particular video, the things I want to kind of go through are just certain planes people go through when they do their bicep curls. One you'll see a lot is they'll move their elbow forward as they're going through the bicep curl, awfully accompanying with a lot of swinging as well. What you're doing is you're putting tension on your back, generating momentum. And to a degree, the more your elbow comes forward, the more you're going to start using your shoulder. So you're not using your bicep. You're not thinking of doing this. You were just thinking of moving your arm up, thinking, well, my arm's moving through space, so this should be good enough for a bicep curl. Maybe you're doing an isometric hold, but you are not going through that range of the bicep where you can feel the muscle actually stretch, feel the muscle actually contract. One of the cues I always like to give my clients when they're doing their bicep curl is, as you're going down to stretch, feel that stretch, and then as you drive up, try and tuck that elbow back as you're curling it up and not allowing it to just move forward. You're going to notice you're keeping a lot of that tension on the bicep as you're curling up. So the next time you guys are doing your bicep curls, look in the mirror, see what you're doing, and I want you to try, instead of letting it get pushed back here where you're just doing, again, that weird little crank, or you're just moving it here and trying to generate momentum, then tuck back, curl up, pretend like your arms against the wall, and see how much harder the exercise is. We want to make the workout as effective and efficient as possible. And as if you've seen any of the videos, hopefully you have, we want to look at other parameters, not just weight. So another plane I want to get into, and this is one I've seen a lot more recently, are these cross bicep curls. Again, function of the bicep, stretch, contract. If you were just coming across here, you're not going into any elbow flexion or elbow extension. Yeah, you could say you're moving weight, you might even get a little forearm activation, but this to me is not an effective way of training your bicep, especially because I literally just see people, it's like they're doing a one arm salute and they're thinking, well, this should definitely be working my biceps. That's not going to be an effective way to work your biceps. You always just want to think, how can I put it, rather than doing a hammer curl, bicep curl, how can I think squeezing forearm right into the bicep? How can I feel that bicep lengthen at the same time? Generally, when I do dumbbell bicep curls, the one aspect that I want to talk about today is we talked before about the moment arm and we're trying to keep tension on the muscle. So when I do my bicep curls, yes, I am just looking for that elbow extension, elbow flexion. But one thing I want you to notice is I don't go straight down. Because again, if you understand the moment arm, there's no tension in my biceps here. I like to actually stretch out, still fully lengthening my arm, but now there's still some tension in my bicep. And then pull my elbow back, curl, and squeeze my forearm right in my bicep to get that full contraction. I'm always trying to think, how can I really get that stretch? Because you're going to be stronger in that stretch. And then come back up, squeeze the bicep. Always thinking about core and posture. So you don't want to be swinging around. And even some of the messages I get from you guys, we're talking about like shoulder injuries and rounded back, rounded shoulder issues that you guys have. A lot of that comes from your posture outside of the gym, but is just amplified by the way you train in the gym. You cannot be doing your bicep curls like this. You want to think standing tall so you can use some of those posterior muscles to help protect your lower back, help protect your shoulders to make sure you're not doing any damage versus when you're always in this position. So even when you're doing your two arm bicep curls, I want you to think stand tall. Your arm should be slightly outside of you. You should not be curled in trying to do your bicep curls like this, because now you're putting your shoulder in a place where it wants to do more of the work and you're not allowing those rotator cuff muscles to help protect your shoulders at the same time. I want you lifting long and prosper. So we're going to stop this video here. Please let me know your thoughts down below when we're talking about these dumbbell bicep curls. And I do want you to try it in the gym and then tell me how it feels. Feel free to tag me in the videos and post it on Instagram. When we do part 2, we'll talk about just different aspects of the bicep curls, different types of dumbbell bicep curls that we can do, just so you have a different range, different variety of bicep curls, but we're just seeing how can we make it as efficient and effective as possible. I definitely hope this video was useful. Please leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.